Hey there. Today I'm gonna change the fuel filter on the Land Cruiser. So I bought this Wix fuel filter, and it seems like it should be pretty easy. It's located kind of above the front axle, so we'll see if we can get in there easy enough and disconnect the old one, put the new one in. I'm hoping there's not like a pressure issue. I don't want to leak fuel everywhere. I'm sure there'll be a little bit of leakage, but okay, so we're underneath, looking from the back towards the front. There's the front axle there, and just above here you can see the fuel filter right there. Okay, here it is from the top side. I don't know if you can see very well down in there, but that's it. Right down in there, down on the bottom. So I might be able to reach in from the top or from the bottom, we'll see. Okay, so I decided I'm going to work from under the vehicle. I've got a little oil pan down here in case there's a little bit of fuel that leaks out. Alright, so I got the fuel lines disconnected, and now I'm gonna just take the clamp bracket thing and loosen that. Okay, here's the old fuel filter. You can kind of see that the top looks kind of dented and kinked to the side a little bit. So I don't know what that's about, but kind of bent a little bit. Anyway, some of the fuel that's draining out, I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's a lot of filth in there. It's not very clean. So I guess the filter did its job, but I'm gonna guess that means it's clogged and ready for a new one. So far that was easier than I had expected. The fuel was not pressured, but taking the gas cap off might have relieved that pressure. Anyway, probably only about a quarter cup of fuel came out of the line. It didn't spray out because it wasn't pressurized, it just dribbled out. And so my hands will smell like gas, but not a big deal. It didn't spray me in the face or anything, so that's good. So just to show you how this goes together, there's 4 of these brass washers, 2 on the front, 2 on the back, and the order here, sorry, it's rolling around. The order is a brass washer goes in there, and then the fuel line goes next, and then another brass washer. So it'll look like a brass washer
on the bolt. Then the fuel line will, then this will go through the fuel line, and then the other brass washer, and then into the filter. And then it'll do the same on the back side. Washer, fuel line, next washer, and then into the filter. And there's an arrow there for the direction of flow. This side goes to the tank, this side goes to the engine. So that's the back of the vehicle, front of the vehicle. I'm going to make sure the fuel line connectors that these bolts slip through are really clean. I'm going to, because everything else was pretty dirty on the old one. So I want to make sure that there's no chance of grime getting in there and messing up the seal or anything like that. Hey, just wanted to show you another perspective here. This is from under the vehicle. This is the front axle here. So you can see I haven't tightened it yet, but there's a new filter, the line that goes to the engine, the line that goes back to the tank. On the bracket there's a bolt that goes up to squeeze the filter into the bracket. And then there's another bolt that holds the bracket to the frame. You have to take that bracket out on the bottom, out of the frame, in order to get your wrench on the bolt that squeezes the bracket around the filter. So just a note there. Boy, hard to get my wrench in there. I'm gonna have to tighten that one from the top, I think. Okay, I got the new fuel filter in, and we're gonna start it up and see how it goes. It'll probably take a little bit to turn over. I would expect to get the new fuel through the filter and back up to the engine, so it may not be pressurized at first, but anyway, we'll see what happens. So I just turn the key for a minute, see if the fuel pump pressurizes the tank. Oh, it was starting. Turn it off, turn it on, let the fuel pump pressurize. There we go. Okay, the engine's running. I don't see any fuel leaks. Okay, that was a success. And I think it probably only took about 30 minutes maybe. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm excited to see how it drives now. I'm kind of curious if I'll get a little better performance, easier startups, and I'm even wondering if the idle speed will be better. I kind of suspect that old filter was really clogged. So anyway, fuel filter successfully installed. Thanks for watching.